Let's watch some Titus, guys. Oh, fuck.
Saying
Oh, fuck. Wrong button.
I'm Christopher Titus. Update.
This is how I feel.
How you feeling? Seriously, how does it feel to slowly watch all of our values erode and rust and explode and dissolve, and watch the people eroding, rusting, exploding, and dissolving our values? Get away with it at a level we have never seen. Being like a rocket ship, except in the wrong direction. Every week here on the podcast, we try to bring the horrors of the world into light, and we do it with a touch of humor, hopefully. I mean, to make the information palatable and make it so you just don't want to, stick a needle in your eye repeatedly. We're here to help. So,
me and Titus are on the same page. We're trying to do something a little differently. You guys see Titus was on House Sparks the other day? I didn't get to watch it. I'm going to check it out.
Today, I kind of want to go over what we've all lost since this 34-time convicted felon, rapist, bankrupt, pedophile, loser, con man has become president. Are you ready? Cool. Healthcare. They're estimating 11 to 17 million people will lose access to healthcare.
Like I said, multiple states have already inhibited access to healthcare for many people. I think Ohio cut 600,000 people.
On top of that, they now have a work requirement to get healthcare, which means if you're so sick you can't work, you can't get better unless you work, which you can't do because you're sick and need health care. Trump wants to kill.
What was it he said the other day about immigrants and people in the inner city, that they can't do the job because they're not tough like immigrants who they don't care if they hurt their back because if they don't work they'll die? That was really empathetic of him to say that about immigrants. Jesus fucking Christ! And as far as that goes, too, with the healthcare thing, here's something. I'll give you guys a personal story. So, obviously, most of you guys know I've been managing for a really long time. I've been in leadership for almost 20 years. So, I've hired countless people. And I remember interviewing a person who had a heart problem. And, I was discussing with her whether or not she would be able to, have certain requirements that could be met if we added some help. And a lot of what she was saying was like she couldn't stand for a certain amount of time, she couldn't walk further than a certain distance, she needed to have her service animal on her because if her blood sugar dropped too low, then the service animal would alert her to all of these things. And we wanted to try to make it work for her, but my thought process with her was like, this poor young woman is doing everything she possibly can to get a job, but there's nothing really that she can do effectively. It'd be best for her to be in a place where she volunteers or hangs out and gives out like food to homeless people, or it was just really sad to know that a person like her is going to end up being seen by the Trump administration as being lazy because she's in her mid-20s and, they don't maybe take that heart condition as seriously as it actually is. And that really is fucking heartbreaking because that girl she wasn't lazy. She's trying to work. And she's like telling stories during the interview, telling stories about how she was working at this other place and she would pass out mid-shift because, she can't stand for long. She would literally, somebody would find her laying on some bags in the fucking cupboard. Do they have cupboards still? I'm sure they do. It's an old-timey word. It's like groceries. It's a lot of stuff in a box. It's got a door. But it really just fucking breaks my heart to think that, like, some of these people are going to be kicked off of healthcare. They're not going to have access to medicine. They're not going to have access to programs that give them service animals. Why? I don't mind paying more fucking taxes so that way that young woman can live a life that is like marginally fucking happier than she was having at the time. I don't mind that. It's okay. Fucking let that lady rest.
2 satellites that measure CO2 and plant life growth on Earth, which, would also measure the effects of climate change. But hold on, whoa, we can't have that because the oil people gave Jared $2 billion, so we need to make sure that they get what they paid for while the planet burns. Florida's Gulf of Mexico is at 97 degrees, so with a lifeless ocean, which means the hotter the water, the bigger the hurricanes. But we won't know how big.
Wait. Hold on.
This is an island surrounded by water, big water, ocean water.
And does Titus know about magnets?
Now, all I know about magnets is this. Give me a glass of water. Let me drop it on the magnets. That's the end of the magnets.
I mean, did he talk to the genius in charge? Did he talk to the guy that can change the very path of a hurricane with one brush of a Sharpie? Does Titus know that Donald Trump already knows all of this because he's a genius?
Person, woman, man, camera, TV.
I mean, he might not know that. Somebody should tell Titus in his comments.
Those hurricanes are because we've also lost funding and 600 employees for the National Oceanic Atmospheric Association. Since
exactly,
then,
Merton. Exactly.
We've had one of the biggest floods in Texas that killed over 100 people, and a lot of those were kids. And
okay, I hate to say this right now, but it's in my head, and this is such bad timing. But did you guys see that there were some dinosaur footprints that were uncovered because of those floods? I mean, that fucking silver linings. We're going to keep going.
Then, Trump killed FEMA, so the worst flood in Texas history is going to have to be cleaned up and paid for by the people who have nothing because they lost everything they had in a flood. Because in Texas, people, we don't want no government help. That would be socialism.
I don't think we should take any money from the federal government because they can't be trusted.
Now, we don't need these funds here.
I mean, I do agree that at this point that the government cannot be trusted, but you guys are probably going to need some of that money.
We've done just fine, and we'll get by without it. But you spend this money, you're signing a contract with the devil, and the devil's in the White House.
This is Texas, and Texans can take care of Texas.
Prices are way up because of tariffs, and then we don't have tariffs, and then we do have tariffs. And since we don't know hour by hour how much the tariffs will be,
Press a button. Bing, bing.
we stop buying stuff, which is killing the economy. Like it's in a prison cell with the cameras off and the guards sleeping.
The Trump economy probably committed suicide.
Then the national debt is going up because of tax cuts for the people who already have everything. And he pissed off Canada. How do you piss off Canada? 4.5 million kids will die because of cuts to USAID. And this douche just cut $500 million for vaccinations. You know, a couple years after a pandemic.
Do you know who's going to be able to get vaccinations if necessary? You guys want to guess who is going to be able to get a hold of vaccinations if necessary? If monkeypox starts making its way around and you get monkeypox inside of your a-hole, all right? How are you gonna get a vaccination? Don't worry, guys. The billionaires will be able to do it. The billionaires will be able to buy whatever medicine they need because they can afford those prices. Fuck. They're friends with the people that makes it. They probably get a good deal on it because we all know rich people don't pay top shelf price for anything. Yeah, we're fucked.
And while you suffer without health care, not enough money to buy food or gas, he got a $400 million free plane as a gift from Qatar, which is only going to take $400 million of our tax dollars to replate illiterate Orange's new gold toilets. And then he took the...
Dude, that's the only time a Trump supporter you'll ever hear them say $400 million isn't that much money. We live in the dumbest timeline. Fucking people living paycheck to paycheck, can't pay their rent, can't afford groceries, can't send their kids to fucking college, and you're like, you know that it's going to cost us $400 million to retrofit that Qatar plane, and Donald Trump's going to be able to take it after he's all done. And they're like, $400 million? That's not even anything, bro. Are you kidding? Like, that's not even that much money. That's not even $500 million. Like, that's under $500 million. That's not bad.
Worst sex trafficker in our history, a woman who groomed children to sexually please monsters, and he moved her to a 4-star club-fed prison because pedophiles need iron sheets and a coffee bar.
Yep. And you want to know how fucking low security this prison is? It's in the middle of a fucking town where people walk past the chain link fence that it's a women's only prison. They walk past the fence, and kids and stuff fucking wave at the prisoners. One of the people that they interviewed about this fucking prison said their daughter oftentimes says they have the best music playing inside of that prison. They bump it super loud. That's the fucking prison Donald Trump sent a fucking predator to. He sent her to a fucking prison where they can fucking like interact with children through a chain link fence. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure that there's some fucking violation of a fucking law that says that she's not allowed within 200 yards of fucking kids. I'm pretty sure.
So to wrap up, he's done nothing, he said. He's on track to kill more people than his first term through starvation, lack of medicine, stopping medical research, and not just in America. Oh, no. More Gazans and Ukrainians will die under this president because of his rank stupidity and evil. But hey, we're getting a new ballroom.
Fuck me.
Yeah, a ballroom that makes the White House look like an airport terminal, which will go with his new plane bribe. Bribe plane? Plane bribe. Either or.
Bro, it's the Big Beautiful Bribe. Come on. How does Titus not know this one? Big Beautiful Bribe.
Christopher Titus. And this is the Armageddon Update. Every day, it just keeps getting worse.
Every day.
And you know what? That's a partial list. That's just a few things that in any other time in history, we would have marched to the White House, yanked the guy out, and drug him down the street behind an ox cart. But still, this guy, for some reason, keeps getting away with it. I am done.
Yep. Exactly. Michael McAuliffe says, it's beside a college campus. There's even a program for the inmates inside of the college. Holy shot. Oh my God, dude. There's a program that's the one that she's probably not allowed to participate in. You gotta be fucking kidding me. How are these people making this right in their own head right now? It's fucking obscene, dude, that we are sitting here saying that a woman who participated in one of the worst crimes in American history, that assaulted young women, assaulted children, like, we have people right now in our country defending the fact that she was sent to a place where they have a program for people to go and work in the colleges that are in prison. It's the dumbest fucking timeline. Next to Texas A&M. Okay, all right. Well, that added to a story that already I thought was pretty fucking horrific, Michael. I was like already like, Jesus Christ, this is bad. This just got fucking worse. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and check out that video on the screen now.